Hello, everyone, and welcome. In this session, I will share some collective thoughts, statistics, ideas, and use cases on how to gamify events while driving value for sponsors through gamification. Let me begin with a quick introduction about Engamio. I am Connie K. Santos, Head of Strategic Partnerships, and Dimash Kanaiv is our CEO and founder. We are advocates of gamification and believe it will only help elevate your audience engagement. Our name Engamio is our creative way to combine engagement with gamification. Our core solution behind Engamio are to take effective gaming mechanics and enable the ability to customize them with branded content, storytelling, interactive experiences, and call to action with special offers. Our engagers can be offered as elevated activations that improve branded engagement integrated into virtual, hybrid, or in-person events. Even with the picture of us here, we're displaying our many combined badges that identify our accomplishments and experiences. This is the first example of gaming mechanics, showing certification through badges that helped build your confidence that we are leading the right sessions and in the right company. How to gamify events. Let's begin with identifying the opportunities and the challenges. We all know that what has happened with the industry due to the global pandemic. Now it's all about virtual and hybrid events, right? And even though the industry has made an unprecedented step forward, there are still so many areas of improvement. One of the core challenges is related to audience engagement and participants' retention. What will stop you from quitting an event when you are one click away from checking your email or browsing more interesting content, or even being distracted by push notifications from different apps? If attendees will not be able to easily find something that they are interested in during an event, you will most also likely lose them very quickly. These we call engagement sinkholes. These are risks we must acknowledge and mitigate by adding more interactive activities and maintain audience engagement. Another challenge for event professionals. Have you been a sponsor at a virtual event? Were there enough options to stand out from others and maximize your ROI and create a greater awareness and interactions with participants? A few event platforms can do it well, but the options for the majority are quite limited for now. And in most cases, we're dealing with a standard sponsors page, banners, and logos across different places of platform, right? 31% of event professionals admit that when dealing with virtual and hybrid events, it is challenging to engage the audience, drive sponsorship ROI, and as a result, monetize their event. Today, I will show you how gamification can combat these opportunities at the same time, and I encourage you to reimagine your events and amplify gamification solutions as part of your experience design. Let's first define gamification. What does it all mean? First, gamification is not gaming, but rather the application of game elements and mechanics within non-game environments. I'm sure you've experienced and seen this many times. McDonald's coast-to-coast monopoly gamification to promote sales is a great example. Some of you may even have purchased more frequent cups of coffee or even supersize your combo just so you can get those extra little tabs to complete your collection of game pieces to win better prizes. Or whenever you're dealing with points, badges, or leaderboards, you are most likely dealing with some type of gamification that tries to incentivize you to do certain desired actions. So, why should we event professionals care about it? First of all, it really works when capturing people's attention and improving conversions and engagement. These stats are coming from educational and work environments. Gamification drives motivation, engagement, and interactions. 700% conversion rate, 60% engagement increase, 50% increased productivity. These are outstanding results and something that we all aim for by applying the right mechanics from gamification. Secondly, the average age of gamers is about 70 years young. Not to mention that gaming is in the DNA of several generations like millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha. When over 2.7 billion people play games almost on a daily basis, the chances are that the majority of the participants are more than familiar with gaming mechanics and will very likely happily accept gamified experiences at their events. Even in the Demand Gen report, it indicates that 93% of marketers love gamification and will continue to implement it in their campaigns. Thirdly, according to recent research from Oxford University, gaming makes people happier and relieves stress. Not to mention numerous research papers indicating a number of benefits for mental health, creativity, productivity, and for socialization. From an SAP source, gamification increased content discovery, thereby heightening activity feed engagement by nearly 68%. At last, gamified experience triggers stronger emotions and builds great trust and interest for a product or service in a more effective way, which results in increased willingness to explore and buy. And with trust, it also increases social sharing. And an example sourced by SAP by 22%. So why should we at least try to implement gamified experiences at events? Because it's natural and familiar with your participants. It will help to relieve their stress during the event and spark positive emotions that will in turn help to convey the information from the sponsors and incentivize people to explore it. And third point here, gamification helps people build trust with brands and promote your sponsors. From the Talent LMS survey, 89% of survey respondents claim that if a task is gamified, they feel eager to complete it. So the combination of game mechanics, sponsors, brands, and key engagement analytics behind this experience could become a very powerful triple value package for sponsors and organizers. It can boost audience engagement, drive sponsorship ROI, and generate extra monetization for event owners. Let's dive into more results and sample use cases. At Engamio, what we saw is that gamified packages can engage up to 90% of the audience while driving 10% more interactions with the sponsors and generate 10-fold profit for each of the packages you sell and can offer. A typical gamified experience is not a one-click experience. It is rather a journey that have different touch points that helps create a more meaningful experience that connects the participants to the overall theme of the event. In this flow, as an example, we start with a welcoming message with a leaderboard, and it flows into storytelling page that tells you how this content is connected back to the overall event experience. Next, the game that engages them to do their best to complete the task, and followed with their individual results at the end, where they can download and create a social share moment to show FOMO if you like, or calling out other challengers to beat their score. And the final call to action page with a special offer to play more, or get more, or even learn more about the sponsor. As you plan your events with gamification, consider how your audience will access it. Make it easy as possible so the experience can be frictionless and enjoyable. The 5 different ways here are: 1, integration with simple iframe directly on the virtual platform. 2, screen share if you are hosting your event through a video conferencing solution and you have a QR code to access the play. 3, do a quick links through the post on social or in chats. 4, if presented on a screen with directions, enable QR code that allows participants to scan the QR code to activate the synchronized experience in person. 5, print QR code posters that can activate the unique experiences as the participants explore the physical in-person venues. This could be a really fun scavenger hunt as well. Important tip here is to make sure this whole experience includes communication plans and let participants know where and when they can expect to find these fun, engaging activities that they can look forward to. Another tip, when the right gamified message is positioned, it will help motivate participants to have higher click-through rates. In this example, same image, but the call to action message and the button is different. To play a game with Engamio and start, or check Engamio page, click visit. Which would you choose? To further illustrate the example, we'll share the case study from a past Fall Texi Talk global event. The jigsaw puzzle mechanics were used to tell a story about a cadence brand, and the activity was embedded into the menu of the event. In total, there were about 300 interactions with about 150 views of the call to action page and resulted with 62 clicks on the sponsor's offer. The average duration of the engagement was over 3 minutes, and I'm sure you will all agree that the click-through rate of 40% is great. But the most important number here to look at is the sponsor's page of the same brand and only had about 30 visits, which means that gamified activations have driven 10 times more interactions with the sponsor. Similar success metrics were observed for the interactive map of the event, where participants could drop pins to see the pins of others and the aggregated statistics on how many cities and countries are present. In this case, we saw the click-through rate of the sponsors of over 67%. And as one of the participants said, in this case, it was Anthony, it was not only an interactive and fun experience, but he was learning things of the sponsor in the fun and engaging way, which helped the information to stick for a longer time. The puzzle had a leaderboard, and the participants could play multiple times to improve their results. As part of the event experience, the event host also periodically pushed notifications informing the rest of the audience of the leaderboard status. Example, wow, go Barbara, she just beat Anthony's result. This added engagement and notification enabled and amplified excitement and emotional drive for others to keep doing better. Another cool case happened recently as a data science conference. The word search was customized according to the topic of the event, and the call to action page promoted a downloadable file from the sponsor. As you can see, the click-through rate was about 70%. And the organizer, the attendees, and the sponsors had a great experience playing it. As it is stated in the organizer's testimonial, while it was very easy to create the experience, it also generated measurable value for the key sponsors and boosted audience engagement. The last case is coming from the Game On event that was hosted by an event platform in collaboration with our company and our partners from Incentel. In this activation, a selfie booth that generated over 40% of click-through rate. As you can see, the agenda of the event was also structured in a way that 4 activations were scheduled for the break time, and it was a self-paced environment and experience, so everyone could go through it at any point in time. And instead of facing an engagement sinkhole, The participants were engaged with a number of gamified experiences of their choice. At the end of the event, we announced the winners and presented the prize, which also helped to keep the audience in the room. As Jamie, the winner of our jigsaw puzzle contest, put it, this was the way of the future of engagement. To sum up, here's a quick checklist on how to gamify your events. 1. Add gamified experiences to your events. 2. Customize the games to match your event theme and story. 3. Boost audience engagement with social share moments. 4. Make it accessible. 5. Create triple value packages for sponsors. 6. Be playful on your messages to drive call to actions. 7. Include a communication plan about the gamification experiences so your participants can look forward to them. We truly believe that gamification can make our world a better, happier, and more productive place. It is already happening in other industries, so why not start using it in ours? Please, we welcome you to take a look at our www.engamio.com website to learn more, and please also connect with us through LinkedIn or email. Thank you for your time.